Let's start with your reading, Libra. Today, we're going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future, and then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's start right away with your reading. Okay, all right. The main energy for the reading today is the Eight of Wands. What we see overall here is a card that is very exciting to have as the main energy, because the Eight of Wands talks about a back and forth communication that will bring movement and a transformation. It feels like you have been waiting for this, hoping for this to happen, and we see that it's also happening not randomly. It's going to happen at the right time. Something needs to happen before this comes in. And we'll have to dig deeper into this energy to see what that is. Overall, we see movement and a turning point, which will actually make the situation evolve as you were hoping it would, or evolve in the opposite way. With the Wheel of Fortune, you never know until you clarify it. So let's look into it. First of all, in the recent past, Two of Cups, Four of Cups, there's this feeling of being neglected, especially with this card over here. Neglected by someone who you really cared about. This is someone who makes you feel invisible and stuck for some time. We know we exist because the environment around us responds to our presence. I sit in this chair, and if I move, the chair moves with me. I stand in front of a mirror and I see my reflection. It feels like this person was not really responding to you, to the things that you were talking about, the things you were asking for, and that made you feel invisible. Something has happened here and you've lost your excitement. You almost felt like your life was put on pause until this situation got resolved. Now, some of you might have been aware of this, but some other of you instead have been trying to ignore this feeling and keep marching forward. But something inside just didn't feel right at times, and this is why. We'll come back to this to see what else you should know about this situation in the past. As far as the current energies, we have the Chariot and the Two of Swords, two very opposite energies. Overall, you seem to be stuck trying to make a choice over here. And you really don't know how to proceed at this moment in time. It's like your heart is telling you one thing and your mind is telling you the opposite. Right here, you see the Chariot can move forward with determination and speed because it finds the balance in between the two opposite elements. And perhaps that's what you have to do here. You keep going in and out from your intuition, trying to see if there is anything there that could give you some insight, some understanding. But I feel that the more you go there, the more confused you get. There is something you're feeling deeply in your heart, something you really want to say, you want to go for it with this Chariot, but you're keeping it for yourself at this moment in time. We'll see what this is about and what you should know in order to move forward with confidence, okay? In the near future, we have Justice, Wheel of Fortune, beautiful combination. And by the way, we see another card right here that talks about something happening in the right place at the right time. Clearly, this is going to be a pivotal moment for you for reasons that we'll have to find out. But the most important thing that I see here is justice, redemption. It's a moment of happiness. I do see you all smiles as if this burden was just lifted from your shoulders and you could finally stop bending down, only able to see the ground. Now instead, you're able to see the world as you used to see it before you entered this situation. I love these two cards in this position. We'll come back to this to see what this is going to be about. So let's start clarifying, Libra, and let's begin with your recent past. All right. I mean, right here we have two opposite energies once again, the mender and the fighter, and then we have the two of cups once again. Right here we see that the two of you were giving two opposite energies to this situation. One of you was always fighting the other person, well, was always putting the situation in a position that might have been very precarious for the relationship itself. It's as if they were coming in, destroying everything, not really caring about the consequences of their actions. Whereas instead, on the other side, we have the mender, someone who's trying to always fix things, to always try their best in order to keep the situation afloat. But I see you here at some point starting to second guess everything you were saying, everything you were doing. You felt trapped at some point because you were afraid to say something that would cause and would trigger this fighter energy, which you definitely didn't want to see. And at times you just felt defeated. And what we see right here is that one thing that you started noticing eventually is that this was too much work. You felt tired and you wanted things to come to you instead of always chasing, instead of always going, running around the place in order to fix what this person was breaking. You are a fighter yourself, Libra. I know you. But sometimes you just wish that you didn't have to fight every single time. And maybe that's key. What about making people fight for you instead? What about make your wants want you? What about taking chances and letting someone go so that they can come back to you just when they are ready? Maybe you lose the person this way, but better to lose them than losing yourself. If something is meant for you, Libra, you're not going to lose it. In the moment that you lose it, you need to understand that it was not meant for you. When you're in the situation, it's not easy to think that way, but you owe it to yourself to at least try. Now, let's see what's going on in the present and let's clarify the current energies. All right here we have all cards that you might not be familiar with, but the message that I'm going to give you is equally important. Right here we have the commander, the orbs, and the vessel. Overall, what I see here is that you want to take control over the situation. The commander, you're really wanting to move forward or to say something to this person that you really want to get off your chest. But at the same time, you're looking for the perfect solution. Say that you want to move forward. Before moving forward, you want this person to say something that will help you moving forward. That redemption moment that we were talking about. Someone coming back so that you can finally be the one who's walking away from this, instead of always being the one, at least with this person, who is standing there while the other person is walking away. You're wanting for that justice moment before moving on. And you know what? You're going to see it. You're going to experience it soon, as you see right there in the near future. But at this point, you're stuck because without that, you're not able to move forward. It's as if you want to progress while standing still, just like you were on an escalator. But the perfect solution, Libra, unfortunately, does not exist. And the most important thing to do is to make a choice, any choice. It's better to move on or to make any move and make a mistake other than being stuck and never move forward. The tricky thing with the Two of Swords is that if you don't make that choice, the choice is made for you. And right here, I see that you are trying to hide behind this vessel, which talks about someone hiding underneath it, actually inside of it, and using it as a mask, using it as something that will not reveal how they really feel. But you need to understand that right here, especially at this moment in time, Libra, it's time to speak your mind. It's time to do what you feel you need to do. Don't worry about what this person is going to do, what they're going to think, what they're not going to do. Honestly, It does not matter, Libra. This is the time for you to follow your own path. There is something orbiting around you, something that actually will force you to make this decision. You won't be able to delay it anymore, and we'll see what this is going to be. So let's keep clarifying and let's move towards the near future energy. Okay, that's the conversation right there with the Five of Wands, Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and Eight of Swords with the Ten of Swords. You know, right here, what I see is that you're definitely going to have the opportunity to speak your mind. And right here, you're receiving some sort of news with this Ace of Swords that I see there. Something that will be impossible to ignore, honestly. I get the sense that this is going to be some sort of boost of confidence for you. And karma is definitely in the air. Now, there is something that is happening that feels random, that feels like, why is this happening now? I didn't do anything different. But what you need to understand is that the universe is at play here. There is something happening which is meant to happen right now. What I see is that someone is talking about you. Someone is mentioning you to a friend of theirs, someone you have in common. You will know about this, and you will know that this person is starting to think about you once again and potentially even missing you right now. There is clearly someone energetically moving towards you, but they're doing so very, very, very slowly. You know, I want to look more into what this person is doing, what their intentions are, what you should expect from them. But to be honest with you, Libra, does it even matter at this point? I think that what matters the most is what you want, right now for yourself, from life. This is the moment for you to stay true to yourself. And it's going to be very important to handle this incoming energy in the best way possible for you. Don't worry about what this person is going to think, what they're going to do here. This is your own journey, Libra. And there comes a time where you need to start giving all of that love that you have inside of you to yourself. And you need to start pushing away the people who do not deserve that love. It's not easy, but you need to learn how to do it in order to find that balance that you have been looking for, Libra. So let's keep going with the reading and let's see what this is going to be about. I want to see what this energy will mean in terms of actions, what you should expect from this person, and how overall your journey is going to evolve after this happens. I do believe that this transformation that we've seen at the very beginning of the reading is actually placing you on a completely different orbit, on a completely different trajectory. Where is that going to take you in the next few months and a year from now? Let's look into it, Libra. I smell changes. I smell transformations. Let's see what that is going to be about for you. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, Libra, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Libra. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events, the Queen of Swords. Now we're talking. Or better, now you are talking. This is a great energy to have at this point of the reading because we see how anything that comes your way, you're really seeing it for what it really is. You're not letting your emotions distorting your reality anymore. Right here, you finally have a clear heart and a clear mind. You're able to tell someone how you really feel and what you really think without the fear of the consequences without second guessing yourself like you have been with this person, at least up to this point, but no more. I do believe that, this is going to be an overall important conversation, not just because it's setting the record straight with this specific person, but I do get the sense that you come from multiple similar situations, whether it was with previous partners or at work, with friends, with family members. You have had this issue in really speaking your mind because you're always afraid that something is going to go wrong. You're not a confrontational person. And trust me, I am the same way. I completely understand. But there comes a time where you need to set that boundary and say enough. Right here, you're learning that if you're allowing people to do certain things, to say certain things to you over and over again, then you have no one else to blame other than yourself for the things that are happening. Right now, you're understanding that, you know what, when I want to say no, from now on, I'm going to say no. And this is a shedding phase in your life. Where it will lead to, we'll have to find out. So first of all, let's clarify that beautiful Queen of Swords energy, and let's see what that is going to be about. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and Temperance. Wow, I really love this combination for you. Honestly, I don't want any more cards for now, because what we see right here is honestly a transformation that you were waiting for, that you were hoping for, and you thought that it would happen just if something external would have happened. Whereas instead, right now, you have a major revelation. You understand that this type of transformation can only begin from within you. And this person, honestly, is not expecting any of this. The first thing that we see is this strong